And Eileen, speaking about always growing, we are calling these the leadership and coaching forums, and there's a reason why we're calling them that. CDI-Africa Coaching Group has been on a journey of really embedding coaching into leadership practice. And our webinar's title today is Leading with Coaching and Emotional Intelligence. Now, we've spoken a lot about emotional intelligence. Where do we make the connection, and how do we then move the conversation forward from here?
Okay, I'll take that up, and I want to put one question for Vicky and Mucha, which was to find out, if I walked into an emotionally intelligent organization, what's the feel, what's the look? If you had to paint for us the picture of, this is an emotionally intelligent environment. Vicky, you can go first.
Okay. So first, there's what Sharon Kisire said, fun. There's happiness. There's positivity. There is a celebration of mistakes and failures, and people are not afraid to speak up. You might actually walk across and find someone addressing a boss and wonder who is the boss, is which of the two, and you know, get a bit shocked by that. I think you will also see a lot of care. Organizations high in EI are caring organizations, and you will feel it even as you walk in. The person greeting you at the entrance, it doesn't matter who they are. And I've been greeted like that by some organizations, and I'm like, wow, it just spreads all the way down to the person who's bringing me tea. They're asking about me, the way they serve me. Those are some of the things you see, and you know that it's not a fake thing, and it's going all through the whoever you're meeting, the clients, and all the way to the leadership. And you find that those are productive places. People want to go to work. People don't report in sick frivolously. And you might even find them and say, now you go down, you're dealing with millennials or whatever Sheng word is in play at the moment. And the leader understands, yeah, this is a whole person. So wherever you are, can you do some work? So there's a lot of trust as well, especially back to teams that are have high EI. There's a lot of vulnerability-based trust that you'll find. I know I'm painting utopia, but that is what you would find.
I want to work there.
I know, right? So Mucha, what did you add to that before I answer my question today?
So what I would add, for me, I think environments where there is high emotional intelligence are environments of high trust, extremely high levels of trust. Because what trust does is it does all those things Vicky said. Trust allows us to be willing to try, to make mistakes, to own up to our mistakes, to hold each other accountable, to call each other out. All those things rely on trust. And so for me, I think when you're painting a picture of this environment, it's one where people trust, and they trust that each other individual has their back, right? At the end of the day, it's about, us supporting each other to achieve goals. People are having fun. I agree with Vicky. People are having fun, Work doesn't have to be something that you just survive through. Work can be something that's fun, and you're working hard and you're having fun. People are willing to give of their discretionary effort. That's another thing that I find in organizations that are high in emotional intelligence. People don't just clock out as soon as it's time to go home. They're willing to give extra without even being asked. And then you have leaders who are open to feedback, genuinely open to feedback. So people can share what they think. If they don't agree with the leader, they're able to say it openly that I don't agree with that, and share their own viewpoint. And the leader, embraces that kind of environment. So I think in addition to what Vicky said, I think those are the things I would add. But for me, what I've seen is those high levels of trust, because when we trust is everything. A research that we did at 6 Seconds a number of years ago looked at the biggest contributor to performance in organizations. And we found that it was trust. When there are high levels of trust, people are willing to do everything necessary for the organization to achieve.
Thank you, Mucha. As I listen to the two of you, I could say the same for coaching, which is very interesting. That when you say we are embedding coaching as a culture, just listen to me. We're actually members of the same family. We need to figure out how to combine the two and walk the same journey. We said the leaders are accessible. It's a trust-rich environment. People are allowed to be themselves. No, leaders are not trying to make them become them. They're being allowed to be themselves and, strike their colors, be the peacocks they are. Because then, my friend Catherine Rahome says that organizations hire hire peacocks, but once you land, they want to make you a penguin. Just continue working like we do here. But people are allowed to show themselves. Leaders care about personal things. They don't say those are domes, like you have it said in Kenya, like, hey, don't bring your domes here. They allow people to show up as whole persons. And you can walk into your bosses to discuss personal matter, just like you could discuss a professional matter. That before we speak about your low performance need to go for PIP, we are asking out what could be happening, Mucha. I've noticed something, the other day, there was a lot going on in the office, and I said, there are people who laugh in this office. 2 ladies laugh loudly, from different corners. I haven't had the laughter the last one day. What's going on? We need to be happy. It doesn't have to be a dull place. Yet I've met someone who quit their job because in their office you could not laugh. If you were heard laughing, it was synonymous to, you're not working, you are idle, But is it always true that when I'm laughing, I'm actually, and that means I can also laugh loudly in the office because nobody's going to wonder, why is Eileen having this laughter? So they care about the personal things. They are compassionate. Yeah. They're generally concerned about the welfare of the people they are working with. They listen to understand, not just to respond and respond or even assume they know what people are saying. And people feel they belong and that their leaders are not threatened by their success. That's what a coaching environment looks like. Do I sound like you're speaking the same things, Vicky?
It does.
Yes, definitely. Same thing.
Exactly. So those are competence framework, same thing, same terminology I said earlier, the word, emotional reasoning, emotional management, self-awareness, self-management, managing others, being vulnerable. All those are words used in coaching, all right? So what we like saying as we deliver, like the program we deliver, Vicky, which is leading with coaching and emotional intelligence, is tell people, you're gonna lead with 2 things. Emotional intelligence awareness, because awareness is very big. As I said, you can't keep that if you don't know what it is. And I like also emphasizing the fact that these assessments are not a one-off. When you go for a medical checkup, you don't say, now I've been told I'm okay in 2022 until Christ comes back, I'm good. You like, okay, fine. When am I taking the next? But unfortunately, we don't take leadership assessments in the same way. You need to keep scaling because EI is developable. And you can go through seasonal circumstances that actually take you back, as Muche you said. And need to know, hey, in this season, I am different. And what could then lead this the question of what is happening behind scenes? What is causing this kind of emotions to erupt? Why am I showing up this way every day, So, and then David, the coaching now helps people to actually unearth what is happening. So assessments continue, coaching to develop and grow the areas that need development continues. And as I said earlier at the beginning of the call, my greatest confirmation of that indeed EI and coaching are not separate, they are actually integrated, and that actually the EI competencies are tucked into the coaching competencies. But then assessments help you to know where you are on that journey as a leader. Yeah, I said 36 out of the 63, 30 out of the 60 competencies. Francis, please mute. Yeah. 30 out of the 63 sub-competencies actually speak the same language as EI. Meaning, as people train in coaching, as leaders or organizations embrace coaching, they are also automatically embracing EI as a way of leading. And so we bring along, partners like Vicky, partners like Mucha, to bring the assessments, and then we do that kind of work together. And I think that's the future of collaborating.